Hi, Stephen from Owner Disown. Well, there's only just over a month before we get to CES 2021, and I certainly recommend that you sort of go on their website and register so that you don't miss out on what's going to be going on. Either way, I will definitely be covering it, so make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out. Anyway, there's been some leaks on the new RDNA 2 GPUs from AMD, of course, for mobile, so that's great. Because it's always been dominated by NVIDIA, so it's good to see these coming on stream, and also the new Zen 3 CPUs for mobile. Now, we already briefly looked at the 5800U versus the 4800U, but now we're looking at the 35 and 45 watt parts. So I'm going to be covering those here, show you what the leaks are, and some idea on performance. So let's take a look. So the rumoured leaks on the Zen 3 mobile show the Ryzen 9 5900HX and the 5900HS, which, unlike their desktop counterparts, have 8 cores and 16 threads. So they are a direct replacement to the 4900H and the 4900HS. Now, the HX donation represents that the CPU is going to be unlocked, so you can overclock it, much like the Intel HK series. I expect the same TDP as before. 45 watts for the HX and 35 watts for the HS model, which will be suitable for thin and light laptops, perhaps like the second generation Asus Zephyrus G14, which I suspect is the one listed here with the RTX 3060 Max-Q. There doesn't seem to be mention of a 5800H to replace the 4800H, although according to the leaked NVIDIA 3000 lineup, the Ryzen 7 is listed, and I doubt it is the older 4800H model. The 5900 series will have a boost in single core and max boost clock, with the 5900HX having a single core boost of 4.6 GHz. So it does seem that these new 5000 series CPUs will also have double the L3 cache. We're looking at 16 GB versus 8 GB on the 4000 series. There was a leaked Geekbench 5 score that was run on the new Asus Zephyrus GX551QS. And the 5900HX had a single core score of 1423 and a multi-core score of 6912. Now, to put that into perspective, I added it to my Geekbench chart. Even though it shows a 38% improvement in single core score over the 4800H, its multi-core score was only marginally faster than an undervoted i9 9880H. Now, I suspect this is because, the test was done on an engineering sample of that Zephyrus laptop, so I do expect things to improve. It obviously wasn't able to maintain a high all-core boost clock here. Still, if the 5800U versus the 4800U is anything to go by, I do expect a 12% performance gain in multi-core score. So far, we have only seen these CPUs paired with the NVIDIA 3000 Ampere series GPUs, but I do expect to see them paired more with the RDNA 2 options as well. Seemingly, there will actually be two families. There's the Navi 23 and the Navi 24. The Navi 23 will have three models, and they will replace the RX5700M and the RX5600M. The expected names are the rx6400 with a TGP of 65 watts, the rx6500 with a TGP of 80 watts, and the rx6600 with a TGP of 90 watts. Note that TGP is not the same as TDP. TDP is the amount of power, and thus the heat the cooling system needs to be able to dissipate, whilst the TGP is the total graphics power, and as you can see, that is always slightly higher than the TDP. All three cards will have at least 8 GB of VRAM, so that does bode well for future-proofing. Lower down the stack are two models of the Navi 24. The Navi 24 XM will have TGPs of up to 35 watts, 42.5 watts and 50 watts, and all will have 8 GB of VRAM. The power will be configurable up to these levels by the system builder themselves, so you may get models which use slightly less power. Now, this GPU will replace the RX5500M, which we saw on the likes of the MSI Bravo 15. Now, there will also be the Navi 24 XML, which uses a max of 25 watts, has 6 GB of VRAM, and replaces the RX5300M. So expect to see that in cheaper 15-inch laptops and smaller 13 and 14-inch machines. So certainly 2021 is going to be exciting for laptops, definitely. And in January, I expect MSI and Asus to start actually launching these first. So make sure you stay tuned to catch those. The rest will follow around about springtime. So thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.